Hey everybody, good evening and happy Friday night. Oh my goodness, today is June 19th, 2020, and I am sitting here looking at all of these fantastic comments and where you guys are from. It is so cool. I feel like I'm traveling all around the world. It is so cool to see. We've got people in here from Iowa and Georgia and Utah, Australia. It's Saturday morning, so thank you guys for spending your Saturday morning. It is just so cool. New Zealand. Hi, Sylvia. Gosh, thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I hope that you had a great week. I know with all that's going on in our world today, I hope that you were able to get in your craft room or into your crafting space and start working with your hands and keep your minds busy. And I hope and I pray that you've been sending out your cards, because that is what we can do to share our love. So I hope that you've been doing that. So I think you guys can see me now. So I'm live, and I have been looking forward to this all week long. And so I have to tell you, I start like creating the cards for this, and sometimes my mojo just tanks and then I start again the next day. And so hopefully you guys like the cards that I've created for you today. So I'm kind of looking down from California. I saw Thelma was in there, and I saw some of you guys got your host code gifts. Yay! That makes my heart so happy. In those host code gifts, you should have gotten the, the braided card. So the braided card was in there, and it was embossed with that greenery embossing folder, which is the best. It is so cool. So I hope that you guys give that template a try. You should have a template in there too. So I'm hoping to see lots of these cards. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of look down and say hi to everybody. I'm so glad you're here. It looks like we got someone from Washington State. Yeah, in Manchester, Texas. I saw, gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I'm so excited. So I'm going to say hi from, let's see, Huntersville, North Carolina is where I'm at. So we've had kind of a rainy day here today. It's been kind of a little rainy, a little stormy, but it's been a good day. All right, so thank you guys for joining me last Friday. Last Friday, I offered a challenge to you guys, and remember, it was the color challenge. So last Friday, we did the Butterfly Gala stamp set and the Butterfly Duet Punch. Do you remember that? Yeah. And so the colors were what? Pumpkin Pie, and I believe it was Melon Mambo and Highland Heather. And so I asked you guys to go over and create a card using those colors and then post it on my Brandy's Cards Facebook page. And many of you did, and they were amazing. All of them were fabulous. You guys are so talented. Y'all should be doing this. Y'all should be doing this. You guys were awesome, and I loved all of the cards and your creativity. So you knocked it out of the park. Well done. Well done. So, hey, Priscilla, thank you for joining in and for being here. We love you. And Kat is in here. Oh my gosh, it is so fun. I feel like I have friends all around the world, and it's so cool to be able to say hi to you on a Friday night. So cool. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you for participating in my challenge. My team also participated, and they knocked it out of the park too. So if you go to BrandysCards.com, there is a blog post for the cards that my team created, and many of my team members are here, and you guys are fantastic, and I love getting your color challenge cards and sharing them. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome. But remember, I told you that I was going to do a random computer draw, right, for the cards for the color challenge. So I did that. And the two names that came up were Jody Smith and Michelle Hollings. Now, if you guys aren't here, that's okay. I wanted to kind of announce your names here on the YouTube Live, but I will go back to Facebook and make sure that you know that you were a winner. So you're going to need to email me or PM me your address so that I can get you the Butterfly Punch, the Duet Punch, and the stamp set. So I'm going to be sending you guys both of these. Both of you will get those from me. So make sure that you reach out, and congratulations and thank you for participating. Now I also want, and I haven't had a chance to congratulate those that were the early birds that registered early for the Creative 8 retreat. The Creative Creativate Retreat is coming up on July 11th, and we are all so excited. So it is a full day of crafting, and it will be on July 11th, and it'll be held in the Facebook, all right, in a private Facebook page. And we're going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to go all day long. It is going to be a lot, and we're not expecting anybody to craft along with us. But we want to inspire you and share ideas, and then we want you to go to your stamps and pull something off your wall and create with the tutorials that we're going to share with you. So those that registered early for the Creativate Retreat, the winners of that computer pick were Sharon Lindquist Skelly, congratulations, Linda Allison, Carol Bennett, and Donna Cooley. And so guys, I have some new in color markers, some Stampin' Blends. So I'll be sending you guys those. Very excited for y'all. And I will get those out in the mail on Monday. So you guys should be getting those real soon. So thank you for registering for the event early. If you haven't had the opportunity to register for the Creativate event, you still have time. So visit BrandysCards.com and you will see a link to that event. Okay, so let's see. Congratulations. Hey, Karen. Hello, hello. And Susan's in here as well. Hey, Susie. I hope you're doing good. Your cards have been stunning. I have been seeing your posts and all of your creative cards. You are amazing, and I love seeing all your classes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, Priscilla, it's going to be a full day of crafting. It is going to be so much fun. Okay, so are you guys ready for me to step over here and show you what we're going to be creating today? Oh, and I want to tell you guys too, I forgot to mention that you will see Stampin' in here helping moderate. Stampin' is Amanda, and Amanda is a really good friend of mine, and she helps me a lot with my business. She's also one of my team members, so you will see her in here, and she is a fun nut. She is a Stampin' nut. She loves Stampin'. And so Amanda is actually kind of in here helping me moderate questions and, you know, and writing questions down that maybe I miss so that we can get back to you. Now, Jody Smith, I just think I saw you. Yeah, right? Yes, you won the Butterfly Gala stamp set and the Duet Punch. Woohoo! So I'll be sending that to you on Monday. Okay, I'm going to step next door. Here we go. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to move my computer with me just a little bit here. I'm going to try to keep my space tidy here. Okay, so let me grab my Stampin' Up! Catalog really quick, guys. And so this is the stamp set. Did you guys notice this stamp set in the catalog? I will tell you that it didn't really catch my eye, but the punch did. And I thought the punch was like super, super cool. So here we go. It is on page, let's see. Now, many of you guys should have your catalogs already. And if you haven't gotten it, let me know. As you guys know, there's been some issues with shipping. It's been kind of a bummer that they are kind of lost in transit, but let me know if you did not get it and we'll make sure that you get one, okay? All right, so this is the stamp set. It's called Posted for You, all right? And there is the punch, although you can't see it really well in this picture. So a lot of times when I look at these sets and I try to figure out what I'm gonna do, I first try to pick a card that catches my eye. And I thought this one was super cute. And I liked the way that they did it. And it looks like they may have used some of our watercolor pencils. But I'm really into Stampin' Blends, so I decided that I would create that card for you guys using my Stampin' Blends. So here, let me show you. I'm going to set this aside out of the way here. And so here's the first card. So this was the card that I created using the Stampin' Blends. And so you can see here I kind of colored the flower and the background. So one of the cards that we're going to use here, we're going to feature the Subtle 6x6 Designer Series paper. Now I think I showed you guys the in colors of this paper and these designs, but it is fabulous. Hello, Pamela from North Carolina. Kathy Tamaz is in here. Hi, Kathy. All right, the background card is why you bought the bundle. How cool is that? All right, so these are some fabulous colors. This is from our Subtles family, right? And so then you can see the different, you know, it's all the same design, But then you flip it over and you've got polka dots and you've got some really neat, words and, and then there's some lines in here. It kind of reminds me of trees a little bit. Let me see where it is. Here we go. I thought that was kind of a fun look too, right? And so I think that's what Stampin' Up! Used with this card. Let me pull it back in because I think that's what actually kind of got me on this track of using this paper, because I thought that it was really cool looking. There you go. So that is the cardstock that they used. And so that's kind of where I decided to start. And I was challenged. I struggled a little bit, so I thought, okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to find a card and I'm going to case it. And that's what I did here. And so that got my mojo going. So now I'm going to share with you some of the other cards, and we're going to make a card today too. All right, so from here, I then decided, okay, I'm going to take my punch and I am going to punch out some of these beautiful patterns. All right, so we have our punch here, and I'm going to start punching out some of these patterns. And so the cool thing is you've got, two different sides. So you have different patterns on each side. So I think that's really cool. And so I used, on my next card, I used Old Olive. Actually, this is Pear Pizzazz. I used Pear Pizzazz, Soft Saffron, Balmy Blue, and I think that's it. I think those are the three that we used. Okay, so this is the different color, the different type of designs in that paper. So I thought, okay, well, what if I start punching them out and then I start layering them, or, kind of arranging them. So this is where I started. And you guys know, if you've seen my videos before, I kind of like to show the progression of kind of where my ideas come from. So this one is flat, okay? And I just glued my little, this is actually the rectangular postage stamp punch. You got to try to say that fast like 3 times. Rectangular postage stamp punch. I can't hardly do it one time. So anyway, so I just glued these down. And then what I did is I stamped this image out of my stamp set. Here you go. Stamped that in Memento. And then I punched it out. So I'm going to show you the card that that we're going to make today using that. But anyway, this one is kind of where I started. And then from there, I decided, okay, well, what if we took it a step further, and how about making the same type of card, but maybe popping some of these guys up to give it a little bit more lift, and then adding some, some of the design behind it. So that's what we're going to do right now. And then I'm going to show you kind of another idea with that. So to create this card today, it's pretty easy. You just need Balmy Blue and some Whisper White. And let's see, I think that's it. And then of course some designer series paper. You certainly don't have to use the paper that I used. You could use any color designer series paper. So I've got my love, and what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and just make sure y'all can see in here, and I am going to just start stamping that straight down. And this is Balmy Blue stamped on Balmy Blue, so it's really nice, really, really nice. Okay, so that's super easy to do. I'm going to go ahead and close this back up. And what you're going to want to do then is clean your stamp, right? And then we're going to stamp it again in Memento on some Whisper White, all right? And so here we've got our Whisper White paper. I'm going to look over and see if anybody has any questions. Hi, Donna from Door Country. Donna, I just love you to pieces. Thank you for checking in and saying hi. Oh my goodness, that's great. Okay. All right, so I have got I gotta kind of pull the little boogers out. Hang on, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put a wee bit of adhesive. Okay, come on, let's make sure that's coming out. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of adhesive on here, and I am just gonna stick it right here to the side. Now, what I was thinking is for this next card, so these two are the ones that I showed you, but what if we took our Stampin' blend, and what do you guys think it would look like if we took a dark balmy blue blend, and what if we add a little bit of detail and just kind of come in here and we're going to color balmy blue on the balmy blue cardstock. Now check this out. It really, do you see that? It just makes that love pop right off of that cardstock. Really cool. Really, really cool. Now I sort of tripped upon that by accident, really. But that's what the beauty of creating is you just got to give stuff a try and see how it goes. All right? And you'll be surprised. Some of the stuff that you think is an oops or an accident turns out to be like absolutely fabulous. So there we go. We've got the V here. My eyes play tricks on me when I'm kind of under these lights. Okay, here we go. So now check that out. Wow, that is so cool. I love that. So what do you guys think? That's pretty cool. So now what we're doing is did I see Bruno's in here? Bruno and Kylie? Somebody said hi, Bruno. Hi, Bruno and Kylie. Okay, so I'm going to wrap my twine around. All right. I am a twine girl, just like Tombow or multi-purpose adhesive. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And so I was really sad that Stampin' Up! Retired the twine. It broke my heart, but I finally stopped crying and I got over it. Well, no, I guess I'm not over it yet. I had to buy a bunch because I love twine. I think I like it so much because I just work with it well and I feel like I can tie it well. Although I love ribbons and things too, but so we're just going to tie a little decorative bow right here and off kind of to the side, and we're going to give it a little haircut, so hang tight here with me. A little haircut. Okay, now what we're going to do is I have a square here. So this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now, if you are new to my videos or you're looking for the sizes and the dimensions, you'll be able to find those on BrandysCards.com. And you'll click on blog and it should be there in my blog. Okay, and if you can't find it, go to the search bar and type in there posted for you or rectangular postage stamp punch or stamp punch. I'll make it a lot easier than that. And so type that in there and you should be able to find this. And of course, if you can't, just email me and I'd be more than happy to send you the information, okay? All right, so here's the colors I'm going to use. And so what I recommend is get them positioned first. Now there's a couple different ways. I did this one fairly tight, do you see? And I actually glued this one straight down. So I did this one fairly tight, but I kind of liked it a little bit more where there was a little bit of the white in between, a little bit more of the white in between. So I would recommend go ahead and kind of get it set to how you like it and then put your adhesive down, okay? Now, of course, you can pop some of these up if you would like. I did it both ways and I honestly liked it kind of flat. So, but of course you can do it however you would like. Oh, I love those polka dots. I did a couple more cards for you guys, so if you stick with me, I have a lot more to show you here at the end. I really kind of got going and I just really had fun with this. I really did. So here we go. That's pretty cool. And there's a couple different ways. Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm going to show you. You can actually kind of cut these with your punch. Let me pull this one back in. Do you guys see that? You can actually kind of cut it and make it like a little square or, you know, just a little bit of a stumpy little rectangle. But you would take your, you know, you would take the punch and put your piece back in there and you can actually, you know, punch different size pieces. So I thought that was kind of cool. So you have, you know, you've got an opportunity to kind of make different sizes as well. So I noticed that when I was doing this card. So I wanted to make sure and point that out to you that you've got some flexibility there. Okay. All right. So let's see. Hey, Penny. Oh my gosh. Hi, Cindy. Oh, it's so good to have everybody here. Thank you for being here. Okay, so now we have our square, and that piece is going to go right there on top. Pretty easy peasy, really. So I've got some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to go to town with these guys. Gosh, when I was out at Stampin' Up, and I was with Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up, she takes the dimensionals and she like throws them in the air. And she says it's like having confetti. You know, if I didn't have to pick them up, it would be really fun to like pick them off and throw them in the air. But I have to pick them up. So I will not be doing that today. All right, so it looks like, oh, how cool is that? I didn't even realize it, but I kind of layered them different than this one. So I love that. I enjoy having different ideas. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that straight down. And so there is kind of the base of the card. Super easy. Now I've got my stamped love, and I'm going to pull in my Stampin' Blends. And so I have Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, and the 2 Granny Apple Greens. All right. And some of you guys have asked me, I've gotten emails saying, hey, you know, can I still buy a single Stampin' Blend? Unfortunately, you can't, but good news, they're all still available, and they do come, you know, as a pack now, as a combo. So you can still get them all. All right, so what I did is I'm taking my dark, this is actually it's light, actually, light Night of Navy. And I'm just going to add some accent here in my flower is what I'm doing. Just adding a bit of accent in my flower. And you guys are like, well, that's not very much. I don't need very much. It's a really small little flower. And so I've done a few of these, and what I found is just adding a little bit of dark blue accent and then following it up with your light Balmy Blue is perfect. It's really all you need. Just kind of soften that color. And that's really about it, okay? All right, so then we're gonna go over to our dark Granny Apple Green. I have to tell you guys, this is like one of my favorite colors. I love all the greens, but for some reason, Granny Apple Green just makes me feel happy. It's bright, it's cheerful, and it just is such a beautiful green. It reminds me of just that beautiful spring day when the grass is really lush. Okay, so I am just kind of going down my leaf, okay, and I'm just adding, I'm really honestly just tracing the lines of the leaf. Not hard at all, just tracing those lines and adding some color to that. All right, so then I have light Granny Apple Green, and this one is honestly just to blend that color. And I'm not really even worried about blending it, honestly. It's so small. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of circles over it. Of course, I used this brush tip, but you could use the bullet point as well. All right, so you can use whichever side that you would like. All right, so then you have, you have the love. Now, I went back and forth, and I have to show you this, and I wonder if you guys picked this up. So here is love. But check out this love. You guys see this one? This one I colored in with my black Stampin' Blend marker. So I thought that was really cool, because then you can color it in and you kind of get a darker, you get that darker look. So, think about that when you are creating just some different ideas. All right, so here we go. I have my love. And I have my rectangular postage stamp punch. I don't know why that makes me giggle every time I say it. So we're gonna punch that guy out. And then I went ahead and I colored a second one. And then I hand cut it out. Do you guys see? So I decided, okay, I'm gonna step up the next one. So I colored it and I hand cut it out. It is a bit of fussy cutting. But if you don't mind doing that, it is actually pretty cool. So I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals behind my little postage stamp here. And I'm going to add that behind here. And then what I thought, instead of popping up the different layers, I would pop up the love. Okay, so the love is going to go right here in the center. Now then what I decided was, how can I even bring this up even more. And so that's when I thought, well, how about I go ahead and I put a dimensional behind my flower, and then I take some mini glue dots. And the reason I'm doing this is because I kind of want, I want a dimension. I want it to kind of look like the flower's kind of coming up. So what I decided was I will go ahead, and you probably don't need to color it, right, if you're going to do this. I'm just kind of showing you another way. But you're going to line it up and stick it right down there on top, and just got to, you know, kind of fight with it for a second there to kind of get it lined up. And then you kind of have the flower that sort of comes up, and it just has that three-dimensional look to it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So let me show you the three variations again. And so you have, so this was the first one, this was the second one with some of the layers popped up, right? And then here's the third one, which it's probably hard to kind of tell the flower on the video, but then we colored the love. So do you guys like the love colored, or do you like it not colored? And what about the love right here? Do you guys think that that pops nicer than this one? I struggled with this. I couldn't decide, so I thought I would let you guys chime in and let me know what you guys think, right? Okay, so of course, we have to have our envelope, right? So speaking of envelope, I wanted to show you how I create my envelopes. So you know what? I'm going to ask my husband if he'll go grab me an envelope out of the office, and I'm going to show you guys how I did the envelopes too. I had somebody ask me, I've had a couple people ask me that, so I'm going to share that with you guys today. All right, so those are kind of fun, right? So then from there I thought, well, what else, how else could I take this in a different direction? So I decided, well, what if I punched the 3 punches and I added my, I added the rectangles underneath. And so it was just kind of another fun way to do it. And I think in one of these cards, let me show you this one again. I actually kind of layered the inside of that one. So it looks really, really nice. So anyway, this was kind of the next place that I went with this card. And let me show you how I did the envelope. I meant to have that ready and I totally forgot. So what color do we want the envelope to be? Do we want it to be balmy blue, or should we go with like a pretty yellow? What do you guys think? I think I'm going to go with some polka dots. I'm going to look over and see if I've got any questions over here. Let's see. Wendy Denver is a bit crazy right now. Oh my word. Well, thank you for being here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I have my trimmer here behind me. Okay. So I thought I did. So we're going to improvise. So here we go. What you're going to want to do is cut your cardstock. You're going to want it at 6, and then probably, I'm going to say this is probably maybe 2.5 inches, but you'll just want to measure that, okay? So we're going to open the flap, and if you wanted to, you would do the, if you wanted to stamp it, you would do the exact same thing on cardstock, okay? So what I do is very lightly. You don't want to put a lot of glue, but just a wee bit. There is a air conditioning commercial here that they go, we're gonna do it gently, gently, and it's like playing in my head, kind of like Geico commercials. But you just want just a wee bit, all right? And so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it over, and then you're gonna trim your flap, okay? And so it is a bit easier if you kind of cut it, a little bit smaller, but this isn't too bad either. And so that's how I do the flaps, and just kind of cut, follow that around, and there you have it. So now you have a really pretty flap to match your card. How cool is that? Oh, it's those little things that just make you go, wow, that are just so easy, really. That was not hard at all. So definitely think about finishing your envelopes like that. It's so fun. Yeah, the flaps or the front. That's exactly right, Priscilla. You could do either one of those. And it really adds a lot to your cards. Okay, so check this one out since we're on to polka dots. This one, I took this stamp right here out of the stamp set. And I decided instead of the love, I was going to stamp the flowers. And so I kind of got that idea from right here. And then I'll show you kind of where it took me from there. But I started to look at this and I thought, wow, you know, I really like the way that that looks as a background. So I decided to kind of start with blue since I was going in that direction. And here you go. And so this one I kind of did a pop of pink, sending love your way. And I love these polka dots. They're just fabulous. I like Nita's summer dress in that color. So cool. All right. So then from there I decided, well, what if I take it and I just start punching colors. And I just start making some different colors and some different, you know, combinations. And so this was the next one that I had fun with. And then I pieced the envelope flap together. And I just kind of made, you know, kind of a fun little, you know, pieced together envelope flap. And I did it the exact same way. I glued all the pieces down and then trimmed around the edges. And it was super easy. I felt like this was just a really nice, clean and simple note card. And underneath here, this is the new Forever Greenery combo. So pretty. Really nice to work with. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of like a linen thread. It's just really nice to work with. And I really like these types of, you know, strings. It's like a gold. Really nice. So I didn't put the gold on there today, but I did use the ribbon there. So really nice, kind of fun. So I'm going to look over at the comments. Yeah, the tips on the flaps. You're welcome, Marlene. I hope you give it a try. It is so fun. So fun. Okay, so now before I take it to a different direction, let's see here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one that I tried hard to do, and I was frustrated at myself because, okay, so I am totally not organized. Y'all need to come and organize my stamp room. I have stuff like everywhere. And one day I'm gonna take a picture before these videos and have my husband load it up, and y'all be like, holy Moses, how is she, how is she doing this? But at any rate, I saw this picture, and Free as a Bird stamp set. I know that I have that stamp set, but I could not find it. I wanted to kind of do a spotlighting for you where you would stamp, you know, the image, and then you punch it out and highlight it or spotlight it. So it makes a beautiful spotlighting as well. And so I wanted to show that to you. That's on page 85. However, I could not find that set. So I improvised, as I do. And I couldn't totally figure out where to go with this, but I stamped, I was thinking black and white would be super fun. I was thinking Valentine. So I started stamping the love, and this one I colored in, right, with the black. And then I thought, well, what if I basically color one and then I spotlight it? You know, kind of like it was spotlighting one of those. So I couldn't totally figure it out. But the cool thing is that if you punch one of your loves, okay, the cool thing is you can actually frame your image by just taking and gluing. Obviously, these are two different patterns, but you can kind of go around it like this, and you can frame it with, you know, with more of these. So it's pretty cool, really. And so that's what I did with the black. So instead of having a larger punch, well, we just made it larger. It just takes 4 of them. So, but you got to be patient. But it does work, and that's how I did that one. So that is an option too. So I don't love this card yet. Do I think it has potential? I think so. I just couldn't figure it out. But one thing that I kept thinking about is this like sparkly ribbon that we have. Oh, it's just so pretty. And I was trying to figure out, you know, I don't know. I'm still going to work with this one. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what you guys say. Well, hi, Dylan. My son is on there, Dylan. He is the soccer trio. So him and his buddies are probably watching. So hello to the soccer trio and to my sweet Dylan. Okay, so the next card that I did, again, was to kind of coincide with this. And again, I get a lot of my ideas starting from the catalog. So I hope you guys utilize it too, because there is lots of good stuff in there. All right, so I see somebody says, I have no organization skills. Oh my word, Leah, I have none either. Oh my goodness. I'm a hot mess, but you know what? I love everything and it's so much fun. And so if I can giggle at ourselves, that's all good. All right, so this is the next one that I did. This one I stamped the image, and then I actually took that textured textile embossing folder and I embossed it after I stamped and colored it. You know, I don't know if I love it, but I thought it was kind of cool, really. There's Granny Apple Green behind here. The colors are Calypso Coral. That was the color of the Stampin' Blends, and Granny Apple Green. I thought it was fun, and I did the exact same thing with my envelope. I stamped the envelope, and then I colored it, and I ran it through. Now, of course, it's going to look kind of gnarly on the other side, but you know, who's looking at it? They're going to rip that part open anyway. You're going to glue that down. So there's kind of another idea. Let's see. I'm sending you big hugs. Thank you, Stampin' Nut. Awesome. Is the catalog available online? Yes, it is absolutely available online. And if you want to send me an email, that would be great. You can see it on BrandysCards.com, and I can also share that link with you too. Okay, so here's a couple more. You guys want a couple more? You guys haven't seen anything done with the little bird here yet. Okay, so let me show you. So then, you know, let me go back. I got to find this card. Okay, so here, we were talking a little bit about kind of, you know, this type of look where I took a panel of cardstock, and I don't really have one here to kind of show you, but what I did is I cut it to size, all right, and then you could measure it if you wanted to, but let's just say that looks pretty close. I actually kind of took my punch in here and I sort of eyed it as far as being even, but you could certainly measure it if you wanted to. And I punched one out, and then I kind of went in and kind of looked at it, and it took me a couple of tries, but you can certainly, like I said, you could certainly measure it too. But that's how I did it, and then I trimmed, you know, I trimmed it where I wanted it to be trimmed. So I kind of, if you go all the way in, it's a lot easier. If you go versus not, you know, trying to keep it even. So go all the way in until you can feel it hit the bottom of that punch. And so then really what you're trimming would be this edge here, okay? Because ideally you would have this already cut. You might have to cut some more here too. But that's how I did that, okay? You said you got the punch, but not the stamp set. You might need that now. Sue, you might need that now. It's funny how that works, right? Okay, so that's how I did that. So then I started to think about the birds and how pretty they were. And so here is the pretty little bird stamp, sending love your way. Now, you know, I kind of thought, well, what if I put a jewel or a gem? But then I decided, you know, I just really like it the way it is. I love the coral. This is also that Subtle Designer Series paper. And then I thought, well, what if, you know, we add a little something on the inside? You could certainly stamp a bird, right? And stamp him here on the inside and color him. That would have been lovely. I just didn't think of it until just now. But that is definitely an opportunity, you know, an opportunity of something to do there. All right, and then here I did my envelope to coordinate. So I thought that was super fun with the dots, right? I just thought that was super cool. And then if you flip it over, I stamped my sentiment and then I colored my bird. So that is an option. Now, one thing I want to point out, if you stamp, you know, and you want to color on your envelope with your Stampin' Blends, I highly recommend that you take a piece of scrap paper and you put it inside your envelope where you're coloring. Because these envelopes are thin and it will bleed all the way through, Okay, so if you just stick a piece of paper in there, that will kind of pick up that extra ink. That's a really good idea. All right. Yeah, Shirley, you don't think it needs anything else? I went back and forth trying to decide myself, but I just really liked it too. I thought it would make a really pretty wedding card, honestly, like a congratulations card. So let's see. All right, so I have, let's see, one more. Yeah, so one more. Okay, so this one, I was looking through the catalog, and again, my inspiration came from this fantastic book that I love so much. And I know that there is, I'm just going to look really quick, guys, just real quick, hang tight with me on where the punches are. Yeah, there it is. So here's another one. So this one, let me show you. They just, Stampin' Up! Just stamped the images, and then they punched them out, and they just kind of cut them to size. So that's pretty cool too. So that's another idea. But then on page 5, look at that, there's another one. So this one I happened to trip across and was like, oh yeah, I love it. So I wanted to recreate it, and I hadn't had the opportunity to use those cute little butterflies yet. See those little butterflies? They're really cute. So I hadn't used those, and I thought, well, you know, maybe this is my opportunity. So I grabbed those, and these are called what? Butterfly gems. They're just really cool, just another kind of fun element to add. And so then what I did is, this is the card that I designed using that idea. So let me bring it in. So there's the Stampin' Up! Idea, and here's mine. So I'm not totally sure, but I think theirs is probably Misty Moonlight. I went with Pretty Peacock, and I did So Saffron. I think they did Bumblebee. And then of course I did the Melon Mambo and some Old Olive on this, I believe. I think Granny Apple Green was a bit light. All right, so that's how I did this one. And then you can see I added my little butterflies. And then of course on the inside I had to add a little bit of something to kind of finish off that inside. So I just thought that was fun. And again, you know, they have vellum in here. And so I thought, okay, how can I incorporate some vellum? So I added my vellum kind of on top of the white cardstock. I wanted another layer, so that's why I did that. And I thought it worked really nice, and I thought it turned out beautiful. And then of course, we had to do the envelope too. So you've got a pretty envelope there, right? But then I thought, well, what if I went ahead and colored it? Now, of course, you cannot mail the butterfly. It would never be there. It's not going to make it. But if you were hand delivering this card or giving it to somebody, it's a beautiful touch to have the little butterfly on there. So I just thought that was super fun, right? Yeah? I'm the queen of teasing, of tearing. Oh, I gotcha. Yes, I thought you, yes, I love to tear, Carol. You got that right. I tear everything. You guys will see a lot of my cards have tearing. Stampin' Up! Used to have a tearing edge, which made it really easy to tear. But now I am all about tearing on my own. You got that right. All right, so let me show you all of the designs that we've got here. And, you know, I would be excited to see which one y'all like. All right, so we've got some pink, right? Or some pink and mint. This was one that I cased out of the catalog. This is another one where I got my idea out of the catalog, right? And then this one is super fun, kind of a fun stamped background as well. Try to see if I can get everything in the screen here. Look at the birds. Oh, the birds are so cute. Oh yeah, so cute. Love them. I was even thinking you could do like bluebirds, right? You could do like a whole sequence of some cute little bluebirds. All right, so here is another, just like that. And then of course the card that we demonstrated today, which I believe is this one, right? And then we have, you know, I think this one actually kind of went with this envelope. Of course, they all coordinate, so it probably doesn't much matter. And then we have this one. So we'll set this one over here, kind of push it all over. And then how about this guy, which I thought was super fun. as well. And then, you know, this one. This one I couldn't totally figure out what to do with. But, you know, it was fun playing with it. And a lot of times I will keep those and I will put those in my stamp set. So the next time I go to open it, it falls out. And then I go, oh, I know what I can do with that. Right? So it's just kind of some fun ideas. And, you know, again, I just really enjoyed playing with this stamp set. And I thought it was kind of fun to show you some different ways versus, you know, stamping it and punching it out, some different shapes of that punch. Of course, punching it out of the paper. So you've got a shadow effect, maybe some spotlighting and that sort of thing. So lots of fun ideas here. So I hope that you guys like them. They were certainly a lot of fun to create for you. So, all right, so I am going to come back over here to you, and I am jumping back over here to my computer, and I'm just going to look and see if I've got your favorite one, Samantha, is the light blue polka dotted floral card. Oh, that makes me happy. And the coral bird. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you guys like these. It is so fun to share with you guys. My husband always says, well, it's so much more fun to cook for people who like my food. It is so much more fun to create and share when I know y'all enjoy it. So I so appreciate it very, very much. All right, so I'm just kind of looking down. I see a lot of polka dots. You guys like the polka dots? I do too. They're pretty fantastic. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Vicki. I got an email from your sister today, and I'm super excited to email her back. I've been preparing for this all day, so I will get back with her in the morning for sure. Donna, you made it on, and I've got a comment in here. Oh, that makes my heart happy. I'm so glad you figured that out. So that's awesome. All right, so I want to show you guys really quick what I got in the mail today. Just I don't know, just a few minutes ago, actually, before we started our live. My mailman comes kind of late. And so I was excited to show you what I got, which I bet you some of y'all got it too. Woohoo! And so I have never done a box unveiling, but this box was so beautiful that I'm going to go ahead and open it for you. And I'm going to show you some of the beautiful stuff inside. So look at this stamp set. It says a little something to brighten your day. Sunshine, you are loved. Oh yes, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And so I haven't opened it, but how cool is that yellow? I don't like to mess up my tissue paper. It's so pretty, and I can reuse it, you know. So I'm always very careful. But I love paper pumpkin, and I purchased quite a few because I wanted to be able to make some of these for you guys for some thank you notes. And so the idea behind this paper pumpkin box was that you could repurpose it and put some candy or some goodies in there, and you would be giving somebody a box of sunshine. So this is the first time I've opened it. So I just wanted to kind of look and see what is in here and what we have. You don't have paper pumpkin. I know, Sylvia, I am so bummed about that, but I think Stampin' Up! Is trying. I think they just have some issues they got to work through to get that. But anyway, the paper pumpkin, it's a coming. It is a coming. Okay, so check this out. Oh yeah, look at that. Are those just stunning? It really is, like, really, really gorgeous, right? I don't know if I like the lemon, the pineapple, or the sun the most. I mean, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And the black polka dots are fun. And yes, if you guys haven't gotten yours yet and you don't want to see it, then you have to turn away, okay? Because I am definitely giving you a sneak peek right now. So these look like they are some stickers, some self-adhesive die cuts, also known as stickers. And oh, look at that background. Oh my gosh, that card background. That is amazing, right? So this was the So let's see, Susan, your box, ooh, sorry about that, I bumped my camera. Your box was smashed, so we just need to call demonstrator support and we can get that replaced for you. Okay, so just send me an email, reach out to me, and we can get that fixed. All right. Unfortunately, it's not a Stampin' Up, it's not their fault because once it gets into the mail, it's US, that's the Postal Service not being very careful with your items. But Stampin' Up very well would probably replace it for you. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, love it. Oh my gosh. So pretty. And so with the paper pumpkin, looks like, let's just have a look and see what these cards. Oh, and so there's your box. And it looks like here is to kind of, make it your own. Looks like you would put that right here, right over the paper pumpkin, right? And then you can kind of layer it up from there. Now remember, you could take Stampin' Dimensionals and things and you can pop stuff up, but what a neat way to kind of send, a box of love, right? Of sunshine. So pretty. Anyway, I was just dying to open up this kit and share it with you. It's just amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so many of you are going to be receiving this card from me. I did order several kits for that reason. I just thought it was stunning when I got to see that sneak peek. So this is the envelope, kind of a fun, accent on it as well. Okay, so I'm going to put all of that aside. And before I go, I want to share some of y'all's cards that you guys have shared with me. You guys have sent me some of the most beautiful, heartfelt cards, and I'm excited to share those with you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those in. And here we go. I'm going to kind of clean my space. And so the first one is from Sandy Armstrong. And I just thought this was so nice. So nice. I love this stamp set. I believe that one, is that one retired now? I can't remember, but it is just so pretty. I love the watercolor wash and the really pretty, button there. So really cool. So I'm going to sneak over here. I think I'm working again. I just have lots of stuff. Okay. All right. So I'm going to look down and make sure. Let's see. I'm not into pineapples, so my daughter will get extras for her paper pumpkin. That's cool. That's cool. I really like the pineapples though. I think they're pretty cool, but I bet your daughter would love having extras. I mean, it is so fun. Okay, so this card came from Helen, and Miss Helen, I think I saw you on here today. So thank you for being here. This is just lovely, and this is from the Poppies paper. So I just think it's so pretty. So pretty. So thank you, Helen, for sending me that lovely card. This one is from Angela Adams, and I just thought this was just adorable. And so what she did is she cut a piece of cardstock, and it looks like maybe she printed this message and then she accented it with her stamps. And I'll read it to you. I thought it was awesome. Today I will not be stressed. I will not be stressed by the things I cannot change. Life is a journey with twists and turns, and we must learn to weather the storm. There are blessings in the storms we can't always see. I will say yes to the things that bring me joy and no to the things that cause me anxiety. I will breathe deeply, pause often, and show myself grace. Amen. So, what a beautiful message. Thank you, Angela, for sending me that card. I love it. Awesome. Okay, so this one is from Joe Smith, and how fun. I changed out of my night pajamas into my day pajamas to send you this card. How cool is that? It's so cute. And she used the braided technique, and she put a strip of the cardstock on the inside so that when you closed it, you could see it peek through. I just thought that was so cool. Really nice and so fun. And such a fun little note. So thank you, Joe, for sending me that card. I love it. Pretty darn sweet. So thank you. All right, I've got a couple more here. This one came from Lisa, and Smiles Across the Miles. Lisa, this is such a beautiful card. I love the rainbow. It makes you happy. And I love how the colors pop it. The rainbow just pops right off this cardstock. Just so beautifully done. And then inside she had a really cute little note as well. This Magnolia Suite is the bomb. Although I think, thank goodness they kept the stamp set, right? But I think the paper's gone, which is a bummer. But so pretty, and I just want to thank you for sending me this lovely card. I absolutely love it. Smiles across the miles for sure. All right, and so today, in the mail, I got from one of my team members, Sherry Champion. I don't know if Sherry's in here with us tonight, but she used the, is it the Blossoms in Bloom? I have to always think about that. The Blossoms in Bloom, and she added some of the butterflies from, it looks like the Butterfly Duet Punch. And I just thought that was really pretty. And I like how she accented it with the gold in the background. So really pretty, Sherry. I love it. And then she designed her envelope with some stars, which are fun. It matches perfectly. Love it. And then she sent me from the Hold On to Hope stamp set. She made a couple of the cards from Hold On to Hope. And, you know, and so she, you know, referenced that this was from, you know, was inspired by my love for Parker and the Pounding for Parker Foundation, which supports pediatric brain cancers and brain tumors, and of course survivorship. And so she's also, you know, had been touched with cancer in her family. And so I just want you to know that I'm sending you hugs and love through the miles. And that I loved your card, and they mean a lot to me. So thank you for sending those my way. All right. Hi, Janet. I see you in here. Janet, I'm excited. We got your order straightened out, and it's going to be headed your way. So it is coming. All right. Rosemarie, hello, my friend, and Donna. So, guys, I think that about wraps it up for me today. I hope that you enjoyed these cards. You know, it was a bit more challenging for me this time to kind of pull some of those together. And so I tried to stick with the same colors, the same designer series paper, and give you different ideas and switch it up. So I'm really excited to see what you guys create. And of course, if you're one of my winners, I will be sending you the, I've got two on here. It looks like Jody Lee and Michelle Hollings are going to get the Butterfly Gala and the Butterfly Duet Punch. So those will be coming Monday. And then my early bird registrations for the Creative 8 Retreat, you're going to get some new Stampin' blends from the new In Colors. So those will be coming your way soon too. All right, so let's see. Hi, Brandy. Martin. Hey, Martin from Minnesota. Awesome. Love the box kit design. Ah, cool. Well, it is so fun to see everybody here. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for your business. I greatly appreciate your business, and if you have any questions or if you need anything, please let me know. Host code gifts for May have gone out. They all shipped as of today. Everything's been gone. So I'm really excited. Hopefully you'll have some happy mail arriving to you soon. You know, of course, I'm already starting to prepare to get that happy mail out to you next month too. So thanks again. Hi, Sandy Armstrong. I just shared your card, Sandy. Did you see that? It's right here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just shared your card. I love it. So pretty. So pretty. Very nice. I love the little twine too. So thank you for sending that to me, Sandy. Okay, guys, I had a lot of fun. I hope that you had a lot of fun. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so that you get notified. I'm not sure how that works, but that you get a little dinger that says, hey, Brandy's going on. And also make sure that you go over to BrandysCards.com as well and subscribe to my website. That's how I share information, and I'll email you when there's something new going on and that sort of thing. Okay, boo, you didn't win the early bird. Well, I'm sending you a big hug, Michelle, all through the miles, sending it through the camera. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you being here. To my team members that are here, I love you. I appreciate you all being here and helping answer questions and being a part of this. So it means a lot to me to have you amongst us. So All right, guys, thank you for being here. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Be safe and send lots of cards. Get in your craft room and create. Have fun and send your cards and spread love and joy through your talents and creations, okay? Thanks, everybody. Have a blessed day. Bye.